Okay, I'm going to show you how to set up newspaper style columns using Microsoft Word. The first thing you need to do by default is Word spreads all the text across as one big column, as it were, in normal paragraphs. Okay, but we can tell it to lay out the page in different ways. If I go to Format and look for columns, and if you've got various options, if I choose 3 columns, which is a typical newspaper layout, and I've also got the option to put a line between. Okay, so if I click that moment, so there's 3 columns, and if I'd like a line between the columns because I think it looks better, it's entirely up to you. You can do that, and it'll then put a line between the columns once it's created them. So I'm going to go OK, and now I can begin to type things in. I'm going to type headline here as well, but it seems a bit of an odd thing to do, but you'll see why I'm doing it in a moment. And I'm now going to type in some gobbledygook, but you can see how it's putting it into column type layout for me. Okay, and the reason I've typed in headline here is that if you want to put some headlines in, and a headline that goes across the top of the paper and isn't part of one of the 3 columns, then what we can do is we type in a piece of text like that, and then we go back to Format, back to Columns, and say you want that to be just a single column of text, and go OK. And what you would now find is that if, for example, I make that a bit bigger, and if I choose to center it, it acts like a normal piece of text. Okay, and I can then just press the Enter key to create some space beneath it, and click back into my text here where I'm working on my columns, so I can carry on working on my columns. And you can put spaces in and do all the normal things that you would want to do in a piece of text. Now, suppose, for example, that I want to do things like put an image or something in, or a headline. If I want to put in the byline, okay, which is normally the name of the person who's contributed the story, I can put in byline, and I can highlight it, and I can say that I want to make it bold or do anything else that you would normally do. You can format the text in all the kind of normal ways. And if I create some space above it, center a couple of times, I can also do things like insert images. So, for example, if I want to insert an image, I'm going to insert a picture here, and I'm just going to take one from the clip art. This is an example. So in a moment it'll load the clip art for me. I'll say go look for the clip art. And the clip art is copyright free images that you'll find preloaded into Word, so they're quite useful for assignments and things. There's no copyright hassles around it. I'm just going to choose a piece. Okay, and there it's inserted it into the space for me above the column. And I've got the text. Again, let's imagine I wanted to put another one in, so I can simply move down a bit, and I can now go find another piece of clip art. I'll just go find some, and it loads one up. Okay, I'll do. Click on it and it's loaded it in. And again, I can put my byline in, and then I can put my text in. So if I want to make that bold, I can just highlight it as I would do normally, and use either the drop down menu to make it bold, or press Ctrl and B to make it bold. And now I can type my text in, and copy and paste my text in, and I'm just going to put some in so that we end up going across the page. Okay, and if I just close this window for a moment, you've got some kind of idea of how the text is beginning to put it into columns. So what I'm going to do for sheer convenience is I'm just going to copy and paste a few chunks of text in, just to artificially fill the page up so that it creates the columns. And again, if I wanted to put another image in, I can do that. I can go image, picture, from clip art if I want to use the clip art that I've just demonstrated, or if somebody sent me a photo image, for example, and if I choose a picture from file, it'll then look under my pictures initially, but you can also ask it to look on the desktop or wherever you've stored it, and I can select an image. So if I just find a suitable image, it's one of my colleagues, and if you don't mind, and insert it, it puts the image in. Then if I want to resize it, I can just click on it and I can use the grab handles to make it bigger or smaller, whatever is suitable in here. And then I can type in my byline bit again if I want to do it. Again, if I want to make it bold, I can do it. And then I'm just going to type in some more gobbledygook just to fill out the page so you can see what it would look like. And there you can see how the page is coming together. And where I've got headline here, if I wanted to substitute that for some more meaningful things, I'm going to call this one the legal eagle. Yeah, it's a bit of a cliche, but you can come up with something better. Then you can see how we've now created our document that's got a newspaper style layout. And if I choose the print preview option, again you can see there's an overview of how we're beginning to create the document. So it should be nice and easy and straightforward to create this type of document. Okay, I hope that was helpful.